Kirill Dmitriev. He is the CEO of the RDIF, the Russia Direct Investment Fund, the sovereign wealth fund of Russia, to attract investment into Russia.
Yep.
I know you're not participating exactly in these bilat meetings, but you do travel and you're close to Vladimir Putin. He has had meetings with Donald Trump. He has had meetings with Xi Jinping. Are you getting any sense, what the whole world wants to know, that we're closer to a truce between these two giant trading partners?
Well, first of all, we are participating in lots of bilateral meetings, including tonight with Korea and with Turkey, etc. And we hope for a trade truce. We believe that trade wars lead to decline in the world economy. There could be significant decline of a couple of percentage slowdown in the world GDP if there is no agreement between U.S. And China. So we hope for good body language tonight, and we hope for a positive agreement between the U.S. and China on trade.
How would you describe the body language then between Vladimir Putin and Donald Trump today? They had joked a little bit about a very serious subject, and that is about alleged Russian interference in the elections. They joked about it and they shared a smile. But would you say, from your vantage point, that relations are starting to turn better between the U.S. and Russia, or not?
Well, we definitely hope so, because frankly, there was lots of misunderstandings in the past, and we need to move beyond them. And it's very clear that for the world security, for nuclear security, for anti-terrorism, Russia and U.S. have lots of common things that it can address. So from what I can tell, it was quite a positive meeting today, an important meeting to basically outline what are the areas of future cooperation. Because frankly, last year, our level of discussion and cooperation was lower than during Cold War times. And then during Cold War, there was much more communication and engagement to avoid mistakes and misunderstandings. So I think it's definitely good for Republicans and for Democrats, for U.S. to have good relations with Russia. It's good for American people because it brings security and stability.
Now, you have strong ties in the Middle East, and in particular in Saudi Arabia. I believe the Mueller report even mentioned you by name as being Vladimir Putin's point man for the Gulf states, including Saudi Arabia. Vladimir Putin will be meeting with Mohammed bin Salman tomorrow, I believe, sometime in the morning or thereabouts. What do you hope, as someone trying to attract investment to Russia, what do you hope will come out of that meeting?
Well, first of all, we have great relationships with Saudi Arabia, and it's an example, actually, that may be useful for the U.S., that in the last 4 years, from very negative relations, we really improved dramatically relations with Saudi Arabia. It's not only about Saudi Arabia investing in Russia with our fund, but it's also an oil deal that really stabilized world markets. And we also see lots of issues similarly. And we recognize Mohammed bin Salman's historical role as somebody who transformed Saudi Arabia. And we see that young people of Saudi Arabia enjoy, driving for women and enjoy using internet. And, more than 70% of population is below 35, and they enjoy those reforms. So we'll have a very positive, productive meeting to discuss lots of areas of cooperation, and definitely oil will be a part of this discussion.
Absolutely. I mean, will Russia extend the OPEC Plus oil production deal?
Well, all I can say is that the deal has worked brilliantly so far. Oil prices are stable. It's good for the world economy. So let's wait for the official announcement in the next couple of days on the subject.
There is another destabilizing factor, and that is the tension. It is probably issue 1B after the U.S. China trade war, and that is the tension involving Iran. Would you say that war is possibly on the way?
Well, I would say that's beyond Russian direct investment fund's capability.
But it's destabilizing to the investment climate.
Yes, what we see is that definitely tensions are rising. And once again, when tensions rise, communication is very important. And Russia has always been very clear that good communications between Gulf states and Iran is important. And obviously, provocations of oil supply are quite negative. So we hope for a peaceful resolution for many issues that are in the region.